Let's see what I got here. Okay, so I'm going to start in 30 seconds, whether someone is in the room or not. It is 4:30 a.m. So, you know, I know that people are probably most likely going to have to catch this witching hour release at a later hour. Okay, so that's no problem. So welcome to the one person in the chat. Wasn't really expecting anybody. I looked up. I was going to start at the 3-minute mark anyway, whether someone was in here or not. So I'm talking about the involuntary initiation, okay, that a lot of people find themselves going through after being shocked into an awakening, okay? So, you know, at this point in the path, you know, I believe that, you know, we should have learned by now that, you know, there is immense power. Good morning, confident soul. Welcome. So I appreciate your energy, confident soul. So yeah, I wasn't expecting anybody to be up. I don't know why I'm up, but I think I kind of feel like other people are up because I can just feel people being up. Okay. So yeah, so anyway, we're listening to Meditative Mind. Okay. This is 285 hertz. This is at this frequency, it's a healing frequency that enhances your immune system. Okay. So I chose this frequency, you know, for obvious reasons. So basically, I was talking about, you know, how at this point on the path, that we should
we should know by now, should have learned by now, that there is great power in virtues such as forgiveness, humility, and gratitude. Okay, there's great power in expressing and in developing these virtues. Okay, and love is the power that basically has all, it contains all of the qualities and the virtues of the Most High. Okay, so we begin to learn the power in in expressing and becoming virtuous in having these virtues. Okay, because like I like talked about forgiveness being the actual scissors that actually can cut energetic cords with people. Okay, and humility allows you to be used as a vessel. Okay, and gratitude, of course, brings in more things to be grateful for. Okay, and again, love is the ultimate power that contains all of the virtues and the qualities of the Most High. Okay, both Mother and Father God. Okay, so most of us, again, I was talking about being shocked into an awakening, okay, and initiation, if you will. Okay, so basically, we were all, well, I don't want to say all of us, but most of us, or a lot of us, were shocked into uh, an initiation to the path of spirituality, and I won't say it was an initiation to the path, an initiation to just this higher level of experience. Okay, by something that appeared to be an apparent crisis. Okay, and basically it was the ego and the soul fighting for dominion over the mind, over the vessel. Okay, and as the ego and the soul began to fight for dominion over the soul, we began to we experienced the distress. Okay, because a lot of us were in allegiance with our ego selves, whether we realized it or not. Okay, and the ego is controlled by the impulses and the energies of our lower three chakras. Okay, so being the root chakra, the sacral chakra, and the solar plexus. So basically, this is where our sexual urges are. This is where we have greed, materialism, the need for personal power. This is where if not used correctly, if not balanced, can result in addictions. Not having impulse control. It can result in things turning negative. Okay, and it being unbalanced. Okay, and for most people, they are unbalanced. And so even when you get to the solar plexus energy, when I was talking about the inner sun energy, it's not used correctly because it's not balanced. It's being used to try to gain personal power over other people, by means of men, being sexual, being manipulative, being greedy, being a bully, whatever, whatever, all of these lower chakra energies, and these things need to be basically being taken over by the higher, our higher self needs to be in control of those things in order for the balance to take place. Okay, but the unbalanced ways of the ego have to be brought under that control of the higher self, because otherwise, and even if it even when it begins to happen, it feels like the dark night of the soul to the ego. Okay, because we're called to face our deepest fears when the higher self takes over. Okay, so we are, basically walking through the valley of the shadow of death, being called to face our shadows. Okay, and the most important thing, like I've always said, that people could have told me when I was in that point on the path, was that I was, first of all, that I was not being punished, that that nothing had gone wrong, and that that dark night of the soul was part of the path, and that I had not lost my way, because that was the thing that I was most worried about, that I had just messed up so bad. I didn't know what I had done. I couldn't understand what I could have done to have caused myself to be going through what I was going through, because I felt that I had been doing everything everything right up until that point. Okay. And so when you have this sudden shock of the spirit taking over, the divine taking over, and taking certain things, maybe certain people, places, and things out of your life so abruptly, you wonder. Okay. And so like I said, the most helpful thing that anyone could have told me was that the dark night of the soul was not a punishment, but that it is in fact part of the path. Okay. Because it helps you to not give up at that time, because you feel like you messed up so bad that it's irreparable, that you can't fix it. Okay. And so yeah, that it needs to be told, if it can help another person, that if you are going through your dark night of the soul, that it is not a punishment. Okay. But it is part of the path where your higher self is taking over, and so it's going to be uncomfortable to the ego. Okay. So it's a process of transformation, from going from being that caterpillar to a butterfly. Okay. And from that we emerge onto the path. A lot of us, when we first step onto the path, we're not completely transformed. So we're still somewhat, in some lower vibrations, or we still have some residual lower vibes there. So, when you first step onto this path, you can still become very irritable. Okay. You can be very temperamental. Okay. As y'all have seen me go through my little thing, my little rants and stuff that I go through, because, plenty of spiritually inclined people, because of the circumstances that we find ourselves just suddenly, it's seemingly forced into. A lot of spiritually inclined people have bouts of self-doubt, of anxiety, of depression, okay, due to being, focused on the little us, okay, the little me, the ego self, okay. And so when we move forward, and we step into the path and move forward our life, into our life's purpose, then we naturally begin to shift our focus from the self to, and trying to obtain personal power and personal gain, and our personal ambitions. We shift our focus from that, to basically, it's a natural shift. It's a natural and gradual shift that happens, where we begin to desire to be more of service to humanity, than of ourselves, as far as the ego self. Okay. So the external things begin to fade away, and you begin to focus more within. You begin to start going within, and asking yourself, what can I do to be of service to humanity? What is it that I do well? What is my real desire to be able to heal within humanity? What can I bring? How can I be truly helpful? So it shifts from thinking about what can I get, what can I gain, to how can I help? And so that your point of focus becomes, within yourself, becomes your solar plexus, which I was talking about. It becomes your solar power center, okay, which is basically made up not only just of your solar plexus, which is your inner sun. Okay, that is like the seat of it, and where all of the main energy is coming from. But that solar power center is made up of your throat chakra. It's your throat, your heart chakra, your thymus, and the throat chakra. Okay, so your thymus gland, okay, which a lot of people don't talk about. It's what do they call it? A higher chakra or whatever, or something. But either way, what the thymus gland represents, and a lot of people would refer to the thymus as the seat of the soul. Okay, so you can do your own research on the thymus gland. Okay, but basically your thymus gland, that is referred to as the higher heart chakra. Okay, and the thymus is located right above the heart. Okay, it's above the heart chakra, right below the throat chakra. Okay, so it's kind of like, physically it would be right behind your breastbone. Okay, so it's between the heart and throat chakra. Okay, and it's referred to as the higher heart chakra. And again, they a lot of people refer to this as the seat of the soul. Okay. Archangel Raphael works in this area. Okay. So Archangel Raphael works on, he's a healer. So when he comes to heal the heart chakra, he uses this heart energy, this heart chakra energy to heal with. Okay. So your heart chakra, your main heart chakra, the energy that comes from that heart chakra is green in color. Okay. But the higher heart chakra, your thymus, the this your higher heart chakra basically is the center of divine love. It's the center of unconditional love. Okay. The thymus gland, the thymus chakra, which most people who don't really go deeper into studying the subtle energetic bodies, the thymus gland emits a very subtle pink energy vibration. Okay, so it's a subtle pink color. So when you see Archangel Raphael, his energy, the energy that he works with is a mixture, okay, of this green and pink energy as he is working with the physical heart and also with the sacred heart, okay. And so it's a green and pink energy, okay. And yeah, they both represent two different types of love, okay. So the higher heart chakra, the thymus gland, we will talk more about that and go deeper into that. But if the thymus gland is considered a chakra, okay, the higher heart chakra, and one that most people overlook, okay, because it's part of our subtle energetic body, but it's very important, and pertinent when it comes to divine love and unconditional love. Okay, so just remember that the higher the thymus gland is referred to as the higher heart chakra. Okay, and why it's important right now, why I'm talking about it, is because the thymus gland supports the immune system, considering what's going on in the world right now. Okay, it basically, it's the physical representation of what I'm talking about as far as vibing high and emitting love and light, being a transducer of energy from the higher realms into this realm. Okay, and being able to bring that energy in, transmute it, and be able to, what I'm saying, share it with humanity, share it with the earth in whatever way that it's going to manifest through you as being, a very unique and individual vessel. Okay, but basically, um, by emitting this love energy, the thymus supports the immune system. It basically fights off pathogens, okay, within the cellular structure of your body. So emitting love energy literally strengthens your immune system, okay, and other than, and it basically rejects, thing energies like fear, doubt, worry, and anxiety. Okay, those things, those energies weaken the immune system. Okay, so this is why we talk about, don't worry, be happy. There's a big difference. There's a big, a detrimental effect that you can have on your own energetic body that we can manifest as something physically, and also on the planet in the overall vibratory, vibration of the planet. Okay, so it's very important that we understand that how important it is to stay vibrating high. Okay, so literally, emitting love energy literally strengthens your immune system. Okay, and this is what the science behind why it's important to keep your vibes high at this time when we have this, this pandemic that's out here. Okay, so basically vibing high will protect your heart. Okay, so learn more and do your research on the thymus gland. Okay, again, it is referred to as the higher heart chakra and the quote unquote seat of the soul. Okay, so be very mindful of what type of energy, what quality of energy that you are emitting, because it can make the difference in whether or not you are susceptible to attacks, okay, psychically, energetically, and biochemically. Okay, is the heart and the throat and basically the higher centers, the heart, the thymus, and the throat chakra. Okay, they become lit by light from the higher realms. Okay, as you allow that in, it literally ignites this threefold fire that gets ignited in that area. Okay, this is what we refer to as the sacred heart area. It's basically preparing your heart for that opening, for the portal. Okay, that to the divine, which I talked about how your heart center is a portal. Okay, to the higher realms. Okay, and what I mean by the higher realms is the realms of light that exist beyond time and space. Okay, the realms of light where it just literally feels like love is, you're inside of love, like love is in the air, you're breathing it in. Okay, and so the soul's influence, to someone who has awakened to, understanding these things, as far as understanding where the seat of the soul is. Okay, in that higher heart chakra, in between the heart chakra and the throat chakra. This is where the seat of the soul is, in the thymus gland. Once you are awakened to that, and you begin to, be aware of basically your energetic body. Okay, you ignite that threefold flame in the chest area. Okay, which opens a portal to the divine. And the people who are awakened, it's easier for your soul to influence you. Okay, it's much stronger in a person whose heart is connected. Okay, who it has been ignited, who is awake and aware, than it is in one who has yet to be awakened. Okay, and so those people are still caught up in the matrix for the time being. Those are the people who are running around here buying up all the toilet tissue, hand sanitizer, alcohol, bleach, and wearing masks, and even in their own car. Okay, so it's a big difference in your experience that you're going to be having. Okay, so basically, as you continue going upward on this spiral of ascension, you have to basically awaken that heart, and basically you have to stay aware of your thoughts and your energetic vibration. Okay, your soul consciousness must be in a continuous state of expansion. Okay, so it's time for the soul groups to basically meet one another. It's time for you to find your. I've been telling people for the past couple of months to get with people of like light, get with your soul group if you feel like you belong to. It's time for you to basically gather with the other light workers of your frequency, so that you can begin to do work together. Okay, co-creating together in the new earth. Okay, negative and low vibrating energies, they literally create discordant notes within your soul song, and we've talked about the soul song. Okay, and so when you get those discordant notes, it's just like listening to a symphony, and then some just say you're listening to something beautiful or some relaxing meditation music, and then all of a sudden it's intruded upon by this heavy metal, just loud banging, you know what I'm saying? Stuff that don't even qualify as music. Those discordant notes within your personal soul song can and will manifest in your physical body as dis-ease. Okay, and so we have to. This is the reason why you have to, purge and clear yourself and your life, of all of these negative and discordant, things and people that cause those discordant notes within your own energetic vibration. Okay, so you have to, in order to maintain that high vibration in your emotional body, again, certain things have to be let go of, and there's no other way to do it, because those things are not they don't resonate with the vibration that you are trying to stay on. Okay, and so you have to maintain that level of conscious being, moving and staying as high as you can to continue moving upward on the spiral. Okay, so to be receptive to the refined frequencies of cosmic truth, your mind must be cleared. Okay, of any negative any negative thoughts, any distorted thoughts, any defeating thoughts, because only a clear vessel can receive and transmit the information that you're going to be getting from the wisdom teachings that you get from the Akashic records. Okay, and so you have to be a clear vessel. So you got to let go of all of those things that don't basically serve your mission. Okay, so a true sage Also, it's not, watching the news. We don't give a shit about the status quo. We don't care about public opinion. We don't care about being accepted by the masses. Okay. A true sage is recognized by their frequency. Okay. So basically, how they make you feel. What they waking you up? Is something being ignited in you? Are you being inspired? Okay. Or do you feel that you're learning something? Are you being spiritually fed? Okay. They're going to be recognized by their frequency and how they make you feel, how they affect you vibrationally, and not by what they seem to know, because a lot of people are in possession of knowledge. Okay. So you can't just be impressed by someone having knowledge, or even by the things that people do. So when you're looking to, for who are the true teachers, who is a true sage, you will recognize them by their frequency, by the way that they make you feel. Okay. And if you have received a clarion call from your higher self to step up, if you have not answered that call, just understand that the call will continue. It's going to continue to come until you do answer it. Okay, so that's for someone, you know what I'm saying, who needed to hear that. But many of you are already ready to basically begin and stepping into your true mission. Okay, in whatever way that's going to manifest for you. Whatever it is that you do best, whatever it is that you've always dreamed of, whatever the seed that was planted in you, you already know what it is if you search deep enough within yourself. And some of you have already, it's already been revealed to you. Okay. So just no matter what way it manifests in your life, just remember that the ultimate goal is to spread love and light. Okay. And to be a worker of the light. Okay. So as we move through and beyond all the changes that are currently happening, and in order for us to, create the new world, this has to be reconfigured. Okay. So as we're moving beyond all these changes, focus on the process and focus on the progress that you've already made. Okay. Focus on the miracles that are happening for you personally. Okay. And don't succumb to the fear that those who didn't prepare for this are experiencing. Okay. Because it's easy to come into it when you can really look at your own life and ain't nothing negative happening into it. There's no reason to be fearful. Okay. A lot of us are, feeling very, like I said, I've been feeling very peaceful, a great sense of calm coming down over me. I feel, the new earth looming into view, regardless of what everyone else is going through. Okay. So, they are all experiencing pain and discomfort to varying degrees, according to where they are. Okay. But our mission is to open the way for anyone who is willing, anyone with a soul who expresses a desire to return to harmony with nature, with the divine, and with their higher self. Okay, with Mother and Father God. Okay, with one another. So regardless of what everybody else is doing, our mission is to still continue holding the light. Okay. And so I just wanted to stop by and just, give that little bit of download for my private group. I did pre-schedule a live stream for us tomorrow at I believe it's at 3 p.m. So just check Oshun Aj exclusive or Badass Witch exclusive. And we are going to go live tomorrow and catch up. Okay. And so thank you, Confident Soul, for sharing this time and space with me. Okay. And I hope that you did get something that will be truly helpful for you going forward, and for anyone else that's going to be listening and going to, be listening to the playback later. Okay. So until we meet again, my people, keep it classy, keep it clean, and do what you got to do to make shit happen. Once again, we were listening to Meditative Mind, 285 hertz, which enhances the immune system. Okay. Peace.